The Rocket Pass adds a ton of incentive to keep you playing Rocket League, and I personally feel that it is the best paid DLC that ever could have been added into Rocket League. With that said, I have some things that I do want to see changed from this Rocket Pass to the second one that can make it much better than the first one. So today I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I feel should be changed for the next Rocket Pass. But before I get into it, I do want to apologize for the lack of videos on this channel recently. I kind of fell into a rut where I didn't know what I wanted to make the videos about, but I think I'm past that now. So sorry about that, but now I can get back to the video. So I'm going to start off with smaller issues, and the last one I mentioned will be the most crucial one in my opinion. So let's get into it. This is really a practically small issue, especially considering the extra tiers that grant players painted items after completing the original 70 tiers, but I would love to see 100 non-painted items, basically 100 tiers in the Rocket Pass. I feel like there is a standard set by Fortnite that a lot of games should follow, and this is one of them. It is a change that would benefit the players greatly. If you purchase the pass, you get more items for the same price. It's just worth it. And it can't be that much harder for Psyonix to crank out another 30 items. This one will definitely be the most debatable one on the list. I think that every single item in the Rocket Pass should be non-tradable. This would add a layer of uniqueness to every single item in the pass that would be really cool to see in Rocket League. It would mean in order to get the items in the Rocket Pass, you have to buy the Rocket Pass and earn them. So when you saw someone with the top tier Maverick, you knew they put the time and effort in to earn it. Of course, this would be most negative for the people who weren't around for this Rocket Pass to earn the items. So if you showed up after the Rocket Pass was finished, you would never be able to earn those items. Now I understand how this feels like a negative to a lot of people. But to me, it's a positive because it makes the items in the pass more special. That way you know how long someone has been playing if they're rocking old Rocket Pass items. It makes them feel unique and special. I guess this one is all on opinion, but it's something I would like to see changed. So this is a bigger one for me. Right now in the Rocket Pass you earn more XP for playing with your friends in a party. Honestly, I love the idea of a party bonus, but at the same time I don't. Adding this bonus makes it feel like playing by yourself and solo queuing in a game is much less worth it. Maybe it's just me, but I honestly feel like it takes away from solo queuing a lot. Now this might not be the case for everyone, but it is for me and that's a fact. So instead of that party XP boost you have, I feel like it should just be added to the overall XP boost that the Rocket Pass grants you. This would make the bonus much more suited for everyone rather than just people who constantly play in parties. What about players who play ones? They can't be in a party, so therefore they get no use out of that boost. Personally, I just feel it would be better to add it to the overall bonus that is already granted. Maybe they could keep a small XP boost for partying up as well, but it shouldn't be much at all because it detracts from people playing solo. So this is a really big addition that I feel is heavily needed. This would add a whole new level of depth that would improve the overall experience greatly. It would give you more clear objectives to earn levels in the Rocket Pass. Instead of just mindlessly grinding, you could have set goals. A challenge, for example, could be scoring 10 goals with the Merc. This would not break the game, but it would give you something to try for and give you bonus rewards for doing it. Honestly, I feel if they do add challenges, the pass would be much more fun as well, overall improving the experience. I guess I should start out by talking about what I mean by tier items. By this I mean the items like Mage Glass, Supernova, Troublemaker, or even the Maverick. They all have multiple tiers. They're the same items that get better as the higher tiers come unlocked. This is by far my biggest issue with the Rocket Pass, and I don't think anyone will say it is a good thing. By having this multiple tiers of the same items thing going on in the Rocket Pass, you restrict the number of unique items that can be in the pass. Let me put this into perspective. If you remove all the lower tiers of all the items that have multiple tiers, and only keep the top tier final version that everyone wants, then you remove 20 items from the Rocket Pass. That means there are about 20 items that will be forgotten once you unlock the top tier of that item. So if they only put the top tier items in the game and skip the lower ones, then the pass would only have 50 tiers. In other words, the 70 tier pass that you paid for has only 50 unique items, which means it is false advertising and just disappointing. Now don't get me wrong, it's not a riot against Psyonix issue, but it is a complaint to Psyonix issue. This needs to be fixed because it isn't something that anyone likes. They can easily make more items and remove these lower tier items. It's just a lazy move on their half. This is by far the biggest thing that needs to be changed for the next Rocket Pass. Well, that wraps up the main 5 things that I want to see changed in the next Rocket Pass. Feel free to leave a comment if there's anything that you agree or disagree with. Maybe I forgot something that you want to see changed. Let me know down in the comments. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.